In this video, I'll be reacting to an Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced clip that Ubisoft have provided to me, your favourite Ubisoft creator, Anthony Allen. Don't forget to use my Ubisoft Creator code, Anthony Allen, during your checkout process at Ubisoft. Thank you to Ubisoft for providing me with this Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced clip that nobody else has showcased anywhere. Let's watch it here for the first time. We'll count it down and say my word that begins with an L, and my regular viewers know what's about to happen. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Launch. Let's watch this AC Black Flag Resynced clip provided by Ubisoft. Okay, rope dart to begin. Yeah, we got a combo and a parry in the middle of the combo. Okay, new art style for Edward Kenway here. We've got a double assassination. Boom, looking brilliant with those rapier swords there. A parry from behind. Edward's got new skills, baby. Gonna kick him off the roof. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. The clips. Dang. Okay, yeah. Ooh, there's an armor to these enemy types, bro. That's where their hats are flying off. Their armor's being broken. There's an armor breaking. Nice finish there as well. Okay, let's go, Edward. Using our crouch stealth now. This is not something that Edward Kenway could previously do. New mechanics available via the Anvil engine. Look at the luminance there. Different lights. Crouched up, using that stealth. Much better than before. Edward Kenway, remember, I had to get into a hidden spot in order to be undetected like that before. He could fast walk, but he could not crouch. Right, so we've got, it looks like a berserker dart potentially. Yeah, they're beginning to fight now. He's going to get the air assassination. No, he's gone for the dart. And he's going to choke him out while the others are fighting. That's a nice little move. I like that. Brilliant there. So I'm going to break down what we've just watched in more detail, because there were a few things to take note of there and big changes to Assassin's Creed Black Flag with this new edition, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. So there is a staggered state for the enemies, allowing you to give yourself some time before you decide to either finish the enemy or attack them or use one of your tools. This is cool and very noticeable in that clip for me. I can hear the audio cue. So if you played any recent Anvil Assassin's Creed games, for example, Assassin's Creed Shadows, that parry noise and what came afterwards was a window. There's a window after you've parried one of your enemies with what Edward Kenway was using. Because remember, different weapon types and different types of equipment are going to have a different effect on your enemy. So if you're parrying with a rapier blade that has a stronger parry than another sword, then of course that window might be larger. We're not yet sure on what types of weapon stats we'll have on the weapons. So the weapon stats haven't been made available. That's one thing that is definitely going to affect that stagger window. Remember, trinkets are also a thing in Assassin's Creed now. So Edward Kenway might have trinkets, and you can see that from some of the clips that have already been made available, and from what I've been able to see as well. He has a trinket that is very similar to one that Basim has in Assassin's Creed Mirage. This seems to be like a thief trinket. I've seen it, I might showcase it in another video. So trinkets also might provide Edward Kenway with additional stats that can change your gameplay and play style, whether it's in combat or during stealth. Edward Kenway now has more stealth abilities because he can crouch, meaning he doesn't have to go into a hidden spot in order to be undetected when near an enemy. So now you can crouch to lower your profile of sound in order to get closer to the enemy and not be detected. Of course, if you push into the enemy or make a noise, they're going to start detecting you. But this was a welcome change for me for Assassin's Creed Black Flag, because you have to get into a hidden spot or use some cover in order to be undetected as Edward Kenway. Or you can fast walk, which in some Assassin's Creed games allows you to automatically steal depending on who you're playing as. Fast walk does change from game to game, and whether the fast walk is going to come back in this, I'm not sure, because this is a new version of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and fast walking isn't something that I've seen being used so far. Fast walking was one of the ways that Edward Kenway could stay stealth but move a little bit faster, but he's also being seen because he's not lowering his height or his sound profile. So fast walking in a restricted area, for example, is going to get you noticed by the enemy because you're standing tall and they can see you over vegetation or any hidden spots anyway. Now in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, we're in the Caribbean, the West Indies. So there's a lot of vegetation in that time period where Edward Kenway previously was able to crouch and hide in. Now some of these things are still there. I'm going to wait to see if there's an extra level of stealth that we can do by going prone, because Edward Kenway doesn't look like he's the type of character that goes prone because of the weapons that he's got on him. If you've got two long rapier swords, you're not going to lay on the ground and start rolling around because your swords might cut you, but there might be a way that he would do that and they could implement that in the game. It's not something that we've seen so far. So stealth with Edward Kenway could be very different from what we're seeing from these clips that have been given to creators like me early before the game is in our hands. That's going to be very interesting to see, and there's a lot more to unpack, including the stats of the weapons, equipment and trinkets and things that are going to change Edward Kenway's play style depending on what you choose. So all of this is something that we're yet to see, as well as some of the naval battle changes to the Jackdaw. So with the Jackdaw, there are different things that you can equip, different broadside cannons, different swivel guns, and whole armor, flags, a whole lot. You can customize your ship. You might have seen previously from some of my content that I customized the Jackdaw to look a lot like the Black Pearl from from Pirates of the Caribbean. That was my choice to do that, and I was specifically choosing different steering wheels, whole armor, and of course those all-important flags that you're sailing with in order to make it look a little bit darker. There were diamond sails, there were different color sails, elite sails, kraken sails, and all of these different things that could be made available in a variety of ways. Some might be available in the store, others might be something that you find through treasure maps, and then you might also have those additional things that you can get from the Ubisoft Connect, which is connected to your Ubisoft account. Ubisoft Connect, there is a few missions that might be available there where you can get some additional items for your game. Quite a few community challenges that you might want to pay attention to, that you might be participating in, and then as a result passively get yourself an item because the community is working towards one goal. It's well worth having a look at Ubisoft Connect whenever you get a new Ubisoft game, because all of you, if you're playing any Ubisoft games titles in the modern day, you will have a Ubisoft Connect account, because your Ubisoft account is what you need in order to start playing these games, to access everything that is available to you online or offline in some cases. So all of this is something that we're yet to see from all of this, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But I'm going to end it there and see you in the next one.